Right, morning ladies and gents. Welcome to Saturday morning. It's the 21st of August now. We're rattling through this month as well. So, back in workshop, back on this rotor rake of mine. We got it stripped down the other day and I'm just in the process of cleaning it all up at the moment. So for a recap, if anybody hasn't seen it, basically all this was together and my mate borrowed it just to do some grass out the back of here, just to row up with, and it went bang as he fired it up. With that, obviously it wasn't going round very well. You could pretty much grab all the rotor arms and spin it by hand and it'd click past something in there. So obviously pulled it apart the other day, dropped it all out, and we found that those bolts there that hold those bolts go through those bits and into there, and actually bolt into that ring gear, and they've all come loose. So there's, I think, 6 bolts. 6 bolts. They go into there, all rattled loose and got jammed in. Well, it's actually that goes on top of that with the cams in it as well. So that, I'll just clean my hands. These go into there, like so, and this cam track sits in the middle. And basically what happens is the end of that sits in that cam track, and as it goes around the cam track itself, it pushes down on that, which twists that arm, which then twists the end of the rake. So all the bolts are stuck in the bottom of that and they're jammed up in the cam track, but luckily most of them are dropped down onto the side and below. So it's just a rebuild job. This is actually the last one to redo. I've half cleaned these ones, but I don't know how well you'll see, but there is bits of glimmer in it. You can see just bits of steel. Don't know if I'll pick it up very well. But there are little bits of shards of steel just from the threads and stuff. So I've just wiped off those with diesel, with a rag, big pot of diesel. Same with those as well. Insert bowl. So it's just grime all over the place. So now I've got these clean, they can stay. I've ordered a new one of those hats. It was like 104 quid, I think. It's not the end of the world. Also a new hub, because that should be straight across. As you can see, it's not straight anymore. So I think that was about 50 quid for that hub. And I ordered a new bearing as well, because that one's just starting to, I don't know if you can hear that bit, it rumbles. So, new hub, new bearing, new disc. Gonna put a Loctite. So, yeah, a bit of a catch up for you. I'm just working my way through it, everything just covered in muck, grease and grime. So it's just trying to go through rags like they go out of fashion. Those I was going to dunk them in the diesel, but I think I'll leave them now. Wipe the ends off, clean as much as I can off. And I'll get the grease gun over there, put on the grease nipple, and that should fill basically this cavity here, which will push anything that's in that gap, or that gap out. But from about that line in is the only bit that actually got swarf on it. I might be unlucky and lose some bearings out there, but I think it's minimal, to be honest. The damage on the camshaft, on the cam follower, it's not on the cam. It's not too much. There is a little bit. It's actually more worn on the inside than it is anything else. You can see that lip there. There's a little lip there, which I think is just worn from where they've been running around. There's a bit of damage there, but nothing that's gonna, I don't think it's enough to warrant buying a new one. Same with this as well. It's dinked all over the place, but I'll put it at the bottom where there's nothing, it's not going to damage anything. A new one can go at the top. And then hopefully that should do. So, waiting for parts. I'm going to clean all these bits up. And then next video you'll see I'll hopefully put it back together.